Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make these tiny beaded strawberries, which are so cute. So on my channel I already have several beaded strawberry videos, so for comparison, these strawberry earrings, so that's how tiny they are. I also have this one, which is more of like a rounder strawberry, and I have this very traditional shape strawberry, and then I have the crystal strawberry as well. So I will leave a link below for my beaded strawberries playlist, so all of these will be in there, so if you like the look of any of these better you can go and try those as well. These tiny strawberries measure just about 1 centimetre, so they're very tiny, and they'd be really cute, really tiny little cute earrings, even smaller than this, like a tiny everyday earring. So to make one of these you're going to need some size 11 seed beads, round seed beads in red and green. I'm going to show you how to do this one today, and then if you want to do it like this you can just add in random white beads at any point as you go. You'll need your thread. I'm using about 20 to 22 inches of fireline, 6-pound fireline, and a beading needle. And then if you want to attach it like this you're going to need a head pin as well. So that's everything, let's get started. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up 3 of your red seed beads, slide those down onto your thread. For the tail you need to just leave a few inches like this, just enough to tie 1 or 2 knots at the end. So then you're going to sew back up through the first bead to bring them together like this. Now we're going to be putting 1 bead in between each of those, so picking up 1, coming out of this one you're going to go straight through the next one, picking up 1, now we're coming out here, so we're going to go straight through the next one, and 1 more for this row, so we're coming out here, so you're going to go straight through this next one. So as we're at the end of the row and we can't add another one, we need to step up into the row we just added. So you're going to go through this bead right here on the corner, and that's called stepping up. Now we're going to pick up 1 again. This time we're coming out here, we're going to skip that one underneath and go through the next one on the corner. Picking up another one, skipping over 1 and going through the next one on the corner. And finally picking up 1, skipping over 1 and going through the next one on the corner. So we only had 3 beads in each row at the moment. Now you're going to want to push those 3 beads that you just added up into the centre like that and pull it tight. Keep doing that until like all your threads kind of tightened up like that, so you just keep pushing them up, encouraging them to sit on top of that row below. So we have this. Now because we're at the end of the row here, we're coming out here, we need to step up into this row above like that. Keep that pulled nice and tight. So now we're working with these 3 beads that are on the top row, which is probably a bit easier to see on your own piece, but they're the ones that sit highest at the moment. This time we're going to pick up 2 beads each time, so total of 6 beads. So picking up your first 2, you're coming out here, you're skipping 1, skip the one underneath, and you're going through the one after that. Like that. And the same again, picking up 2. Now you're coming out here, so skip that next one and go through the one after that. Okay, and finally pick up your last 2, coming out of here, you're going to skip that one and go through the next one. That's the last bead in the row. So pull that nice and tight. And you're coming out here, but we're at the end of the row, so we need to step up. Now here's those first two that you just added at the start of that row, but you only want to go through one of those. So just step up through the first one. Because in this row, we're going to split those groups of two in half by putting a bead right in the centre of them as well. So, picking up one, like I said, we're going to put a bead right between those two. So you're coming out of this one, you're going to go straight down through that next one. Picking up another. This time you're coming out here, now you need to skip over this one underneath, because there's the next group of two. Skipping over that one underneath and going through that next bead. So we have this, picking up one, we're between that next second group of two, so you're coming out of this one, you're going to go straight down through that one next to it, so that bead pops in the middle of those, like that. Picking up one, this row we're adding 6 beads in total. Picking up one, now we're coming out of this one, so we're going to skip the one underneath and go through the next bead. Okay, now we're between that final group of two from the row below. So we're coming out of this one, pick up one and go down through the next one. Okay, and now we need to add our 6th and final bead for this row. So picking up one, coming out of this one, you're going to skip over one, go through the next one, and then because it's the last one in the row, you're going to step up through that bead above as well. Pull that through and then pull it really tight. Okay, so now you should have this. Now we're back to just doing regular, picking up one bead each time. So picking up one, and we're going to add 6 beads now in each row. So picking up one, coming out here, skipping over one and going through the next one. Picking up one, skipping over one and going through the next one. Pick up one, skip over one, go through the next one. Pick up one, skip over one, go through the next one. Pick up one, skip over one, go through the next one, and then the last one. Pick up one, skip over that one, go through the next one, and don't forget, because it's the last one in the row, to step up into the bead above. Okay, and now make sure you pull that nice and tight this time. There will be some closing up to do. So should have this at the moment. We're going to do another row exactly the same as that one before. So adding 6 beads in total, picking up one, skipping over one, going through the next one. So do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. Okay, so I just wanted to show you as I'm adding that last bead to make sure you don't forget, as always, to step up into the bead above so that you're in position to do the next row, and then pull it tight. Now you should have this. So now we're going to start decreasing, and we're going to switch to our green beads. So picking up one green, and this time we're going to be going through the next 2 on the top row. So you're coming out here, you're going to skip over one, you've picked up one green, go through the next one, skip over another one and go through the one after that as well, like that. So you're going through the next 2 on the top row, like that. Okay, now picking up another green and doing the same. So you're coming out of this one, skip over one, go through the next one, skip over the next and go through the one after that. Like that. Final bead of this row, same thing again, skip over one, go through the next one, skip over another one, through the one after that, like that. Okay, pull that nice and tight, and make sure you do pull that pretty tight, because those areas where we didn't add a bead and we just skipped over a bead and went through the next one, like there where you can see that thread, if you pull that tight, those two beads are going to cinch together. So we have this. Now we need to step up into this first green bead. Then picking up one green, you're going to go straight into the next green bead. Picking up one green and straight into the next green bead. And picking up one more green through the next green, or through the next two green, like that. Okay, pull that nice and tight. So now you have this. Now you're just going to circle through those last three beads that we just added in that last row, just so they're all connected. Like that. If you're going to be adding a head pin, don't circle through them more than once. You don't want that to be so tight that you can't get the pin through here later on. So this is it so far. Now we're just going to add the little leaves on the top. So we're coming out here, we need to move into one of these outer three green beads. You see these three that are sticking out on the edge. So through this one here, like that. Now you're going to pick up 3 green beads, and we're coming out of this one, we're going to skip that one in the middle, and we're going to go through that next green bead that's on the corner of this little triangle we've created, and picking up 3 more. Coming out of this one, we're going to go through that next bead on the corner of the triangle, like that, and picking up your last 3. So we're coming out of this bead here, going to skip that one and go through this one on the corner right where we started. Okay, so you have this. Now to make these really nice and pointy, what I tend to do is, so I'm coming out of this bead here, I'm going to go back up through those 3 that we added, but I'm only going to go up through the first one in that first group of 3, skip the one on the top and go down through the third one, like that. So I've gone through the first one, skip the second one and gone down through the third one. When you pull it down, make sure that thread pops underneath that bead, pull that tight, and that should just make it kind of come to a point like that. So then you're going to move around through this one on the base and up into this first one in the next group of 3. Okay, and do the same thing. So I'm coming out of this one, I'm going to skip the little bead on the top and go down through the one on the other side. Make sure it pops into place, and then travel through the next 2. And this is the last one, so we're just going to do the same thing, skipping the one on the top and going down through the one on the side. Make sure the thread pops underneath that bead, pull it really nice and tight, and that's it, all finished. So now all you need to do is, if you're attaching it to a head pin, you can put that through, make sure it's coming out right through the centre. If you need to like put your needle in there to make a little hole so that it can come through there, or you could attach a small loop of seed beads on the top if you wanted to, and then all you need to do is tie your threads off. So to do that, I'm just going to move back down through some beads until I'm on the side of the strawberry again. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to take my needle under the threads that connect this bead that I'm coming out of to the next one. So you got to Get your needle right under those threads and make sure you've caught those threads with your needle. Pull that through until you have a small loop, and then go through that loop twice. Pull that down nice and slow, and then pull it really tight until you feel the knot tighten, like that, and then move through a few more beads. And then pull it nice and tight, and that knot should disappear inside one of the beads. And then tie as many knots as you want, and then cut your threads and do the same with your tail thread, and we're all finished. So once you've cut off your threads, then that's you all finished. So this is how they turned out. So tiny, so cute. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and you're able to make one of these, and like I said, I'll leave a link below for all my other strawberries if you want to check any of those ones out. I think my favourite one that I've made is probably this one, which is like, I was really proud of how the shape turned out for a realistic shaped strawberry. But I like all of these, I think they're so fun. So let me know down below anything else you'd like to see, and subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed to see more of my videos, and follow me on Instagram at Beading by Hannah. Thanks so much for watching everyone, see you next time, bye!